Hey players, Happy New Year's. It's New Year's Eve. Me and Yaya are putting together our picks for tomorrow. So we're representing the Raiders tonight. I don't think I've ever seen this before, and I've never called or talked about the Raiders. One of my rules is you never bet your team. So for some reason, I just feel like the Raiders. We're in flux right now. We're losing car. We're moving on. But we want to get a little Raider love, don't we, Yaya? Yeah, so we're giving some Raider love. We're going right to our picks. We're going to get our 5 picks like always. We're starting off with our first one. We're doing the Chicago Bears, catching 6 in Detroit. I'm expecting a high-scoring affair. I think you found out the magic recipe to beat Detroit. You just run the ball, and because they can't stop the run. And who runs the ball better than anybody else in the league right now? It is the Chicago Bears. They had them beat up and down the field. Chicago did against Detroit a few weeks ago, but they turned the ball over late. It was a nice little fairy tale. I loved the way Detroit played, but I catch a 6, one of my magic numbers. I mentioned earlier in one of my shows, 6 money line. I'm gonna take that with a division dog revenge as a money line. Second game we're gonna do, we're doing the Washington Redskins. I'm sorry, the Washington Generals. I just don't understand whether or not a bigger favorite than 2.5, unless I'm falling into some trap. But I think it's Wentz is coming back. That defense, that run game, Browns are a mess. Watson's a year or two away. I mean, he's not ready to get back in this thing. I'm laying 2. I think this should be an easy win. They're still playing for a playoff spot at home. I think Wentz has a lot to prove. Either he's staying with his team or he's moving on to his next job. This might be like an interview for him out there on the television land for the NFL teams watching. So we'll take Wentz. We're going to the afternoon. I'm taking the Jets going to Seattle. I know the Jets have lost 4 in a row, but they've lost to tough, really good teams. And you know who's coming back? White. That kid is a stud. He takes a beating and keeps on kicking. He is really good. That defense is one of the better ones in the league. Seattle hasn't been the same since that trip to Germany about a month ago. So it's a small favorite. They're still in the playoff hunt. With that defense and White coming back, I like them to win the game outright. We're to go to the night game. Pittsburgh Steelers going into Baltimore. Pittsburgh lost that Baltimore game about 3 weeks ago, I believe it was. They outplayed them, but Trubisky threw 2 red zone interceptions. Hundley starting for Baltimore. Those games are always tight. I'm catching 2.5, 3 in a division dog rivalry like that. I think they bounce back at revenge. Tomlin's trying not to have a losing season for the first time in 15 years. I think he's to keep that record spotless. And then we're to go all the way to Monday night. I am taking Cincinnati Bengals. I usually don't do Monday nights, but I love this game. Buffalo guys, they turn the ball over more than anybody else in the league except for the Colts. Josh Allen is a turnover machine. Josh Allen has turned into Brett Favre. He's a gunslinger. He takes too many chances. Joe Burrow, who's turning into? Joe Montana. Just Joe Cool. I love the comparison. I'll take Joe Cool over Brett Favre anytime. They're at home, catching 1.5. I don't get it. I make them a 3-point favorite. I think they won the game comfortably. So those are our 5 games we're going to go with. Looking at a couple over-unders. People are asking about over-unders. I do like the over in the Chicago game and in Detroit. If you look at those games in Detroit, all their games go over 50, 60 points every time. And I think, surprisingly, Green Bay is going to put a lot of points against Minnesota. Minnesota can't stop anybody. So those are 2 overs to look for. Overs are fun. I usually like unders, but this show I'm going to give out those 2 overs. Well, Happy New Year's. This will be the last show of this year. Okay season. I wish it was better, but, we're kind of feeling our oats. Later during the weeks, we'll be giving out some playoff picks, and we're looking to start doing some horses. We're going to start getting some horses. So if you're interested in playing the horses, stay tuned. That is my true passion. That's my baby. Hey guys, you can take a toothpick and turn to a lumberyard when you play horses. I kid you not. Anyways, Happy New Year's. Good luck, and make some money.
Don't forget to hit the bell button.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell button. All right, guys. We'll see you next year. Bye.